Hi everyone, nice to meet you again. So in this opportunity, I would like to share presentations is about family roles and collaborations in children's literacy development. So it talks about how to develop children's literacy development. It is to family members and also the collaborations between teachers and also parents and also the students. So improving children's literacy is not the duty of teachers but also family and also the members of the family. Okay, so this presentations was created between me and my classmates. She is Mbak Sri. So it was when we were in one of in our master program. It was in literacy development course. So let's check it out.
Hi Rafika, how are you?
Hi Sri, I'm great. Thanks. How are you?
I'm great, thanks. So, what are we talking about today?
Let's talk about family and their collaboration in promoting children's literacy development. You have children, don't you?
Yes, I do. So, this topic will be relevant for me and for you as a teacher, too, right?
Absolutely. There are numerous studies in the past 20 years or so about this topic.
Oh, yes? Why is that? Why there's so many studies? Are teachers finding it hard to bear the burden alone?
Maybe so. Teaching is a hard profession, but the truth is, it should not be just teachers' responsibility. It is the responsibility of the whole community.
Yes, you're right. After all, education begins at home and children spend times at home, so they also learn at home.
Indeed, some of the studies that I have read offered some key principles about family roles and collaboration in literacy learning.
Oh, yeah? What are those principles?
The first principle is about understanding that the child's family background matters significantly. This implies, for me as a teacher, that I need to understand my students' family, the
Mm-hmm.
economic,
Yeah.
cultural, and linguistic background, the parents' belief about reading, the
Yes.
reading habits. For
Okay.
example, do you read together at home?
Mm-hmm.
Do you listen to your child read? Do you model reading? Do you also encourage joyful environment for reading?
Hmm.
All this information will help me understand each child's situation.
Wow, that's interesting to know that things we do at home actually matter in our children's literacy development. So, what is the second principle?
The second principle is about understanding that due to these differences in background, children bring different skills into the classroom.
Yes, that sounds reasonable. That implies, as a parent, I should not compare or judge my child based on other children's development because that would not be fair or useful. So, what do we do with these differences?
I cannot rely on one size fits all teaching approach. Even with children in similar age group or similar economic and cultural background, differences will still exist.
Mm-hmm.
Because they all come from different family with
Yes.
different literacy beliefs and practices.
Mm-hmm.
I need to tailor it to suit each child's existing interest and capacity and build from there. But the key is for us to work together.
Yes, I agree. But how do we work together, you think?
This brings us to the third principle. It is about us, parent and teacher, working together. We can start by communicating with each other.
Yes, but usually you see, I only hear from teachers when my child has problems.
Unfortunately, this is so true. We should not communicate only about problems. We should communicate progress and success too.
Agreed.
Research says two-way communication is very important, not just from teacher to parents, but also vice versa.
But what if some teachers are not literate, or they don't even speak the same language?
That is very good questions. In such cases, teachers need to engage other family members,
Mm-hmm.
siblings for instance. In
Ah,
fact, a
yes.
study concludes that the role of siblings to help children's literacy development is often undermined.
Yes.
Siblings can establish strong relationship with children because they belong to the same age group, even the same school.
That's an interesting research. I think that finding is very useful. How else can we engage with each other?
This is the fourth principle, which is about family engagement. We
Mhm.
can do many things. For example, I can give your child a few books to read at home.
Mhm.
Parents and all siblings can give few minutes each day to read the storybooks together with the child or just listen to them read. You need to
Mhm.
show your interest and appreciation, help correct some mistakes, and let me know how your chat go. We can also hold a meeting to discuss the literacy program or to evaluate result.
Well, that sounds great, but you see, how can I give feedback to your program or help you evaluate your program if I don't know much about literacy, about how children learn to be literate?
That's right. Study shows that parents need technical tips or even
Mhm.
training from teachers about children literacy skill development. That is something that teachers really need to do.
That's true. We really need training from you. So I look forward to training from you, Vika.
Yeah.
Is that all the principles?
Actually, there is one last one, but equally important.
Oh, yeah? What is it?
It is about keeping the level of our expectation checked. Look, some studies also suggest that family engagement do not always bring the intended result. Are you surprised?
No, not really, because I think of many reasons why it would not work as quickly as we want.
What are they?
Well, for example, like me, I have limited technical knowledge about how people learn, how children learn literacy. I don't have time, much time. Maybe some families have problem of their own. Maybe some child has intrinsic learning disability or something.
You're absolutely correct. Teachers need to understand these issues and offer support as appropriate. Parents need to be more open about the situation so that teacher can suit the
Mhm.
level of engagement.
That's right.
And most importantly, we cannot expect the same from all families. That is just not possible, I think. After all, children and their family have their own values, practices, and pace.
Well, that's wonderful to hear that teachers acknowledge the differences in families, but also I think as parents we need to accept the responsibility for our children's literacy development. After all, their success is ours and so is their failure. It's exciting, yeah, but it's quite hard work maybe.
Yes, but
Mhm.
it is work that is shared. Like an African proverb, it takes a whole village to
Yes,
raise a child. Let's work together.
that's a wonderful quote. Yeah, I agree. Let's work together. Wow, this has been a very nice talk, Vika. I learned a lot.
I
Thank
have
you.
learned much too. Thank you, Sri. See
Thank
you
you,
again.
Vika. See you. Bye.
Bye. Well, though this one, that one is, I think, is very wonderful presentations about family roles in collaboration in children literacy development. So I think it is suggested for teachers or also parents. They can collaborate to increase the students' literacy development. Okay, that's all maybe for today. See you next meeting. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.